to get where you want to be in life, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of doing what you have to do, not what you want to do. Do everything that you need to do now instead of pushing it off tomorrow, right? Of course, that's the easiest thing said than done. But if you want your own at-home gym, your own freaking gun room, be able to rep it out and then go downstairs and sit down with your family in your big old house, then it starts with the work. You know, I'm only 25 years old. If I can do it, you can do it. And if you're in your 30s, 40s, who cares, man? You can start now. Everyone's on their own journey. Don't compare yourself. You know, I say, oh, I'm only 25. Well, there's people my age that have millions of dollars. I don't have millions of dollars. I'm doing well. I provide a life for my wife and myself and my family. And I do that because I do the work, right? Every time I realize I'm doing something wrong, I fix it and move forward. That's it. Get in the right mindset. Get off the bottle. Just get it done, man. It's not that hard. It is, but it's not that hard. You just do. Just want to recap what this channel is going to be about. You know, it's going to be about firearms, shooting guns, snow machining, just living life in Alaska, hunting. I'm going to make a hunting video. Airplanes. Just everything to do with Alaska that I kind of do going about. I'm not going to film everything. I'm going to try. I bought a GoPro 4 years ago to start this journey and never did. So, me sitting here saying I'm going to help other people and maybe you just need to do it. I'm teaching myself at the same time. I'm human too. So, but, following along in the journey, but also kind of motivational speaking, because there's a ton of people out there doing it, but it seems as if people aren't real, I'm not even looking at the camera too, but it seems like it's very scripted, not from the heart. And everything I do is from the heart. So I kind of want my, quick talks or whatever to be from the heart and kind of motivate you guys, motivate myself at the same time, kind of just help those around me, help myself, At the end of the day, it's all about, helping. So, couldn't do it without God, couldn't do it without Camp Iron Sights. You guys look them up, they're a great camp. Everything that happens to you in life, whether it's as a kid, whether it's now, whether it's the future, everything happens for a reason. So I'm grateful that I grew up the way I did, drinking and smoking at 12, 13 years old, maybe not in the best family situation, abusive, that kind of thing, anger issues, fighting all the time. I'm so grateful I went through that, because every time I face a problem as an adult, now that I've stood in front and faced the demons of those issues that I grew up with, and that I said, you know what, I may have grown up this way, but I am way better of a man because of it. Any problems that happen in my marriage, in finances, in business, at my job, a lot of you guys don't know me yet, but I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. I've got a duplex, I've got a single family, I'm kind of working my way up, because I was shaped as a young boy. I went through hard things, and the hard things has made me a strong man. And I learned at this camp called Camp Iron Sights, how to be a man and how to control my anger, how to get over the alcoholism, iron sharpen iron, the buck stops here. A lot of these lessons I learned these because I went to the camp, and those things shaped me to be who I am now. The hard things I went through, the abuse, the alcoholism, all those things were the problem, and then I overcame that problem, and now the success pours in, and it's amazing. You can do it too if you're alcoholic, drug addict, been abused, physically and mentally. A lot of people focus on the physical abuse, but mental abuse is just as important to focus on. Get your mind right, because you're smoking weed, addicted to porn, drinking booze all the time, because you're not right up here. Get right up here. face your problems, talk to somebody. You know, first time I ever told my story, after that, I was able to quit drinking. You know, I was fighting it back and forth, back and forth. Told my story to a bunch of strangers. Now I'm starting YouTube because that's what I feel God is calling me to do. You know, I'm learning. As you guys see it, I'm not the best YouTuber. I'm trying to figure it out. As it is, I just got this stand to be able to film my life. You know, I'm learning. You know, and you guys, hope you follow me along on this journey. You see me freaking repping out, right? In my own home gym. I got my gun room. I got my own freaking sick setup, right? And if you want that in life, then every time in your mind you say, man, I need to do this to progress forward, do it. Just do it. Don't push it off to tomorrow. I'm what you call productive procrastinator. So I'll build a gun and do all these other things, even though my mind said I should do these things instead. So do what you know you're supposed to do. Do what you don't want to do. You know, so I heard someone say one time, it's probably Andrew Tate. I like that guy. He said, a man doesn't do what he wants to do, a man does what he has to do. Iron sharpens iron as one man sharpens another. So build a community around you of just men that are working out, biking, just doing the things that you enjoy doing, snow machining, that are high quality men. Stop settling around in your freaking neighborhoods, freaking drinking with your buddies. If you want to provide more, be more, do more. As I've said before about the things that happen to me, I could walk through life, and I've kind of tried to make this point before, but I could walk through my life with that pain, right? I could say every day, I was abused, both mentally and physically by my father, so I'm never going to be a good father, so I shouldn't have kids, right? Or those things happen to me, so I'm always going to drink alcohol, right? Or those things happen to me, so I'll never be successful, right? Those are all one toxic way of thinking, but those are all the narrative, the story I'm telling myself, right? Change the story. I was abused. I'm never going to abuse my kids. I'm going to teach others about abuse and how to kind of overcome it and whatnot. Or, I'm never going to abuse my kids, I'm going to teach my kids how to raise their kids, I want them to be better than me. My parents and both my parents are very narcissistic, right? They very much want them to be better than, they want themselves to be better than I, and they very much took advantage of me when I was starting to become successful. And that sucks, right? You want what's best for your kids, right? So I'm saying is change the narrative how you look at yourself, right? You hear it all the time, and if you don't, you're gonna hear it here. Fix the problems, your generational problems, your alcoholism, your abuse, your anger issues, all those now, so your kids don't have to fight that fight. Break the chains. One thing I'm gonna say a lot on this channel is, God save me. If you don't believe in God, maybe you should look into it. If not, I'm not gonna force you to. I'm not gonna judge you for not being. That's my choice, that's your choice, it's between you and God, it's between me and God, So, that being said, change the narrative you tell yourself, because it's all up here. Tell yourself, yeah, man, I can do it, You can do it, you will do it. Change the narrative, change the story. I'm gonna be the best, say that, seriously. If people aren't making fun of you for saying like, oh, I'm gonna buy a freaking $4 million airplane, in a couple of years. If they're making fun of you like, oh yeah, okay, buddy. Well, then you're not setting your goals high enough, Or, no matter what you do, you're gonna be judged, right? You're poor, you're lazy. You're rich, you're a greedy asshole. Excuse my language there. Except between me and God, but no matter what you do in life, people are gonna judge you. People are gonna whatever. Don't judge others, man. Just do you. Do you. Be good. Do good things. Work on yourself. Work on your marriage. Work on your kids. Change the story. you'll be fine. And if you guys have any suggestions on how I can improve, I much appreciate that. Please comment down below, like, subscribe, kind of follow me along, you know, see where this thing goes maybe.